Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Well, here we go again with another short game. This one comes to us from our favorite source, reckoningofthedead.com. This little scenario is entitled White House, Outhouse, and it was written by Noah Lloyd and Matt Ryan. I will be your GM. Our players are all plumbers with the Honey Bucket Plumbing Company, which in our scenario has maintained all the buildings at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for over 40 years. So, without delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. It's 6 a.m. on January 3rd, 2019. You have all clocked in at the Honey Bucket Plumbing Company, and you are all sitting drinking coffee with your fellow plumbers when the phone rings.
Not it.
Here we go again. Lou stands up and walks over to the phone and picks it up. Honey Bucket.
Oh, yeah, this is Station 1. We require your services. Better bring the team. It's not the usual mess.
All right, we'll be right over.
So you know Station 1 is the White House.
Boys, clear the schedule. We've got a appointment at the White House.
Outside, you have two vans, so you can each take, well, two of you to a van. You drive however far it is till you get to the entrance that you normally would go into. It takes you 10 minutes to go through security clearance. They check your IDs, they do all the things. They have a habit of doing it even if they recognize you. They have to do it.
They don't like it.
At that point, they lead you inside, down a corridor, past a number of rooms. You're not really going anywhere near the presidential suite or anything like that. You're led past, I don't know, an art gallery, past the Hall of Records, past the things like that, and then finally to a stairwell and down some stairs. You're going not to the basement, but to the sub-basement. And when you arrive, you're immediately greeted by that wonderful smell, which you're all happily familiar with because what it means is money. And there's about a foot of water on the floor. The basement is fairly large. There's multiple rooms. The whole thing is flooded. And the guy leading you down there is like, well, gentlemen, keep us apprised of what's going on. You can use the same way in and out if you need to go to your trucks or anything you need.
Well, it looks like we're going to need some waders. So I go back to the truck and get some.
Oh, what is it? I'm fairly low man on the totem pole, so I'll go back with you and get the other guys while they make the assessment of the place.
Yeah, come give us a hand. We'll get the gear in.
Yeah.
We'll have to assess the situation then.
Okay.
I don't know, Lou. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll just be more flushed McDonald's wrappers.
Huh. Oh, man. I'm going to start looking around the pipe, seeing what's going on, as plumbers do.
Well, you're probably fairly well familiar with the basement down here anyway, the sub-basement. You know that the laundry is down here. You know that all the plumbing going to the toilets is down here. That there's water purifiers. There's all sorts of things like that. You can't tell where the water is coming from, but you can hear water. You can hear water falling.
Is this like gray water, or is it obviously toilet water in there?
This is brown water.
Okay.
I'm trying to eat his shit.
So
That's why we went for the waiters, so you don't get trench foot.
Is there anything on the walls, like running down the walls, or anything that's an obvious burst or leak?
Well, do a spot hidden for me.
Okay. I don't know if I made that. I did not make that.
Okay. Well, then what I'll tell you is you do notice here and there are some sizable cracks in the plaster and the walls, but you can't really remember if they weren't there before and you just never noticed them before. You know that that there were renovations done down here during the Truman era, but nothing since then.
Is a lot of the pipe work hidden, or are we at a level where that's now exposed pipe work?
No, it's all exposed, and it's all right above your heads.
Oh.
And you probably you definitely have the expertise to know, this is a water line, this is toilet line, this is all of this. But there's a lot of rooms in the White House, so there's pipes going in all different directions.
I'm going to check out the oh, sorry. Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. Can I take the plunge, Tom? Put my waders on and get stuck in. Start working my way down.
Sure.
Yeah, and by the time he comes back, I'll have brought the other waiters for the other guys, and as much equipment as we could reasonably carry.
Okay.
So,
thanks.
You can hear now that in a room. It's not really another room. It's part of the same room, but it's around a corner. You can definitely hear water falling into the thing. You also know that there is a large sewage pump down here, but you don't hear it running. So that's probably one of the problems, is that it's not flooding. It's not sumping out any of the water.
Is there much lighting down here?
Oh yeah. There's.
When you said that there was laundry down here, are we talking like big old industrial machine?
Yes, for the whole building.
Okay. First thing I do, I go over there and make sure the breaker's pulled.
Okay. When you pull the breaker, some of the lights go out, but there are emergency lights.
Right.
Stay on.
That's fine. I just don't want to get electrocuted while we're dealing with the...
Yeah, and with your waders, you're okay. The water's only about a foot deep.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm going to check out the cracks in the plaster, see if it's recent or if it's something that's been there for a while.
Okay.
Examine them closer.
Why don't you do a spot hidden for me then?
Probably not. I rolled an 88.
Can I give him a hand doing that as well, Tom?
Well, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Lou, what you're concerned with is you don't remember there being this many cracks, but with the water and the, there could be damage done now to the walls. Most of them are cinder block, though, or I'm not exactly sure what they would be, but they wouldn't be plaster.
Those cracks aren't damp, are they, Lou? No water seeping in, huh?
Not that I can tell. It's pretty recent, though. I don't remember these being here before. We should try to check this sump and see if it's cleared out.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to slip on my waders and flip on my headlight lamp and head in that direction.
Dive in, Randy.
Yeah.
Now, it's not hot down here, but it's not cold either. It is January in DC, so it's freezing outside.
But we're what, 15 feet underground at this point or something like that?
Yeah, and this area, they've made sure that these pipes don't freeze, so they've got this area somewhat heated. It's probably in the 60s.
Well, if he's going to check on the cracks, I guess I'll go and check out that pump that should be running.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I was headed to.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
give you a hand.
So, Matt, how did you do on your spot hidden for the cracks?
Failed by 3.
Okay.
So
Yeah, the same as you just don't remember. Usually you know exactly what you're coming down here for and you fix it and you go. But one thing that you guys do kind of notice is that the cracks a lot of times do seem to originate where the pipes are going into the walls. It would be a weak point in the wall, but they don't just seem like settling.
Well, sometimes with those pipes, if they get really hot or cold, they'll expand, contract. That plaster will just break up.
Right. So, Bill and Randy, you head into the pump room, and what you find surprises you. Some of the pipes that are heading into this room and back out again have been cracked. There is a sewage pipe that is dripping sewage into the room, and it looks, if you were to decide what it really looks like, it does look like expanded pipes, like from freezing, but these would not have been frozen at any time down here.
And these are just like wide bursts in the pipe, or are the pipes like totally separated?
There are thin cracks in the pipes.
And that's where all of this water's coming from?
No, this is just where some of the sewage is seeping in.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, what is it? Without much further ado, I guess I'll get to work fixing what we can see.
I'm going to take a look at the pump and see, what's going on there. I imagine I've got a little voltmeter so I can tell whether or not it's getting power, but is it not functional, or is it jammed up?
It seems like it's not functioning. It could be a short, an electrical short.
So no power?
That's not getting it in.
Well,
power.
I just pulled the breaker too.
You turned the breakers off, so.
Yeah.
Sure.
However, there are marks on it that would seem to indicate that maybe it did short out. There's burn marks on where the electrical box is.
Glad I pulled the breaker.
And do a spot hidden for me, Randy.
No.
Okay. That's all that you notice.
All right. Well,
is there any way of isolating the leak from the pipes?
Well,
Stop.
It looks like most of the water is coming from a pipe that's in a room adjacent to the laundry area. You can see a large crack in the pipe, and the water is literally pouring out of it.
Maybe we can compression wrap these pipes or something until they can actually get welders or real pipe fitters down to do those, to fix those splits.
Well, first we need to turn the pressure off. What is it? Isolate the pipe, and then solder it.
Do we have a schematic of the building?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a particular area of the White House that this leads to?
Not. Well, this is like the main hub area, so it's gonna go all over the White House. A lot of pipes go to the residents, obviously. There are above you. You went past an art gallery area, and you went past the whatever it is, the Richard Nixon record collection area, and stuff like that. So yeah, just in general, all over the place. Okay. There are definite hubs here where you could turn off all of the water if you needed to.
All right. Well, I'll look for one, turn off the water if I can find it, and then we can get to work.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just be careful to only isolate the area we think this is coming from, so we don't piss off everybody above us by shutting down all the toilets.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So Bill, do a luck roll.
All righty. Ooh, 26. That is pass.
So you walk over to the main valve, and it's one of those big turny valves, and you turn it to closed, and just before you get it completely closed, all of the pipes shudder. Maybe because of the change in speed of the water, maybe it's kind of a knocking thing, but the sound of it sort of echoes all through the basement as this is happening. And when the water is finally turned off, the vibration doesn't completely stop. It continues, sort of shaking just a little, like something is adjusting the water maybe in the whole building is adjusting itself in the pipes. And I'd like the rest of you to do luck rolls.
Zero 5.
I didn't establish luck. Wait, should I roll that now and establish that?
You can, or you can just give yourself 50% luck and then
All right, I'll go with that.
go with that.
Made it at 6.
I failed.
Okay. And Matt, you passed also?
Yeah, very lucky. Zero 5.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So Bob and Matt, you guys are standing there, and as you look over where Lou is standing, with the vibration of the pipes, you notice the crack in part of the wall starts to move. And when it does, it looks like it's going to fall open and land on Lou.
Move, Lou! Lou, move! Get out of there!
I move.
It's going to go. Blow.
Lou, do a dodge roll for me.
All right. Pretty roll happy today. All right. Nope, I failed. 75.
Okay, Lou, you jump to the side, but as you do, a piece of the wall comes down on you. It hits you in the back of the leg and knocks you to your knees in this stinky water.
Shit happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, man, look out.
But what's happened is it has opened up a fairly decent-sized hole in you can see that there's cinder block there, but there's also brickwork behind it, probably from way back. And there are a number of objects in the walls. They look a little rusty, but they look like they might actually be old plumbing tools.
That's weird. Hey guys,
Shine a light in there, get a better look.
did I take any damage from that, by the way?
Take 1 point of damage, and you're sore. It'll
Hey
limp
guys,
a little bit.
come check this out. He's kind of rubbing his leg.
Yeah. Try and get some more light on the matter. See exactly what's what.
All right, so you walk over there, and as you're walking towards the hole, the room shudders again. You can hear the pipes definitely moving, and it sounds like the sound is almost getting louder. Maybe somebody is trying to use water somewhere, and it's causing this reaction in the pipes. But it almost gives you the impression of I don't know, like thunder coming, or like an earthquake on its way. You know, that sort of rumbling that's heading in your direction. But as you look into the hole, what you see are a number of broken pieces of brick wall on the other side, and you see a large pipe wrench, big old pipe wrench, that would be the kind of thing which one of you would use. It looks old, it looks rusty, but it's sort of jammed into the wall.
What the hell would that be doing in the wall?
Probably got sealed in from the last time they put masonry up. Random tool they got left behind.
How old does it look?
Well, I mean, it doesn't look ancient. It looks like something that you would have used 30, 40 years ago, but
Maybe
they haven't changed that much.
Maybe that was something your dad left behind, Lou.
Yeah, it's weird. I tried to pry it out. Can I get it out?
Yeah. So you reach in there, and as I'd like you to all do a listen roll.
No.
Woohoo!
Yes.
That would be a success, not a hard.
Okay.
Regular success.
Fred, did you
No,
pass?
did not.
So as Lou is reaching for this old pipe wrench, Bill and Matt, you're suddenly startled by a noise. It seems to be coming from somewhere farther away in the basement. almost like it's either something falling into the water or it's something moving in the water. However, Lou, as you pick up this pipe wrench, and it's just a pipe wrench, and you sort of hold it up and you look at it, you suddenly feel very dizzy. And I'd like you all to do, what shall we call it? Let's call it spot hidden, but it's really sort of like smell hidden.
I succeeded on something once. Right.
No, failed.
Yes.
Okay.
Fail.
If you passed, what goes through your mind is noxious gas of some sort. What goes through, if you failed, what goes through your mind is nothing at all, except that you're suddenly feeling extremely drowsy all of a sudden.
Guys, we gotta get out of here.
No.
Yeah.
I'll
We have a
put
gas
a hand
tank
on
down
one
here?
of the ones that didn't smell it and start yanking.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But-
help Matt out.
Before you can move, you suddenly find yourself stumbling forward into the water, and everything goes black. A moment later, you find yourself somewhat disoriented, and you didn't go face down into the water. You're standing there like you were before, except there's somebody behind you on the stairs, and they're yelling at you. And as you sort of turn and look back at them, there's a man standing there, a fairly young fellow, not a child, a young man, an attorney, and he's dressed in a sort of a leisure suit. And you immediately knew who it is. It's G. Gordon Liddy. And this is 1972. And when you look at your name tags, all of your name tags are different. Lou, you're still Lou, but you're Lou Munch. Randy, you're Randy Banks. Matt, you're Matt Fletcher. And Bill, you're Bill Fowler. And you don't work for the Honey Bucket plumbing company. You work for another firm, and you were called to fix the plumbing at the White House. And G. Gordon Liddy is standing there on the stairs yelling at you, saying, just get the damn pipes fixed. The toilets are backed up all over the White House.
Yeah, we're on it, boss. Is he
Think
still
right.
watching us?
No.
Well, he watches you for a second, and then he sort of storms away.
Oh,
I think we're all getting very sick. This could be methane poisoning. Is anybody else seeing this?
yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
attempt a first aid roll to see if this is a symptom I recognize with noxious gas?
Well, sure. That would be like a medical roll. I don't know if you have medical.
Well, I'm thinking first aid
do
because
first-
I would
do
think
first
it's
Do first aid.
occupational specific.
Okay.
And fail.
Okay. You don't know. But the more you think about it, the more you realize that you're in 1972 and this is where you're from. And you're not quite sure if that other world that you were in a few minutes ago was really where you belonged, because you're plumbers and they called you here to the White House this morning. It's, I believe it's mid-July 1972. Richard Nixon is in office.
Oh God, were those plumbers?
Lou, you that pipe wrench you got there?
Yeah.
Can I see that?
It's not rusty anymore, by the way.
Here you go, Randy. What the hell is happening?
Are there any markings on the pipe wrench?
No, none whatsoever.
The section of wall that fell before, is that still fallen?
No, it's perfectly fine. And the
What
cracks
about
that
that
were there
noise?
a moment ago aren't there. There is still
What about that
water
noise?
anymore.
I don't feel right.
I'm sorry, Matt. What did you say?
What about that noise? You said there's something sounded like it had fallen into the water just at the tunnel slightly.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. However, the entirety of everything is still not exactly like it is. There's definitely things that are wrong, that are different. Not necessarily wrong, but they're different. And at the same time that you can tell that it's different, it also seems perfectly right.
This is freaky.
These pipes kind of the same as what I thought they were a few minutes ago? Are they still just kind of cracked pipes?
Mostly. Some of the repairs that you guys have made over the years aren't there.
Then we still haven't found the main leak down here. These were just the cracks. We got, what, a foot of water on the ground here? We got to find the main bust and see what's going on.
Let's get to it.
All right. So we'll say that you can explore the entire basement area, or you can explore some of the other areas down here. Electrical is turned off, same as it was before.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem as bright. Maybe there's not as many emergency lights down here as there were a few minutes ago.
I want to search around the water to see what was moving around. If that was like a pipe that fell out or something like that, that may be the source of our leak.
All right. So when you start moving around, I'd like you to do a spot hidden for me.
Sure. Hard.
Okay. You notice almost immediately that there are definite differences, that the pipe that you found that was broken a few moments ago is no longer broken. Now there's another pipe on the other side that looks like it's literally been blown out from the inside. And there's strange stuff hanging out of it. It almost looks like, at first you think that it's nastiness, and you've seen like clumps of hair and things like this, but this is somewhat different. It's clumpy and it's shiny and it's hanging out of the pipes, and you're kind of at a loss to figure out what it is unless you actually go over and play with it. Or
I'll go over and get a clump of it on a screwdriver.
Okay.
Get a closer look.
When you stick your screwdriver into it, it almost has the consistency of seaweed, except that it's thin, it's dark brown, it's cassette tape or recording tape.
Oh shit. Lou, this is above my pay grade.
What is that?
That's probably something we don't want to. We just want to get rid of.
It would have to be something that was flushed down a toilet somewhere.
Oh, I'm not sure we should be finding this.
Well, let's get it out of there at least. We're here to do a job, and that asshole over there is going to be breathing down our neck all night.
Okay, I guess I'll get a bucket and collect it.
Okay.
Dish it out with the screwdriver as much as I can, and anything that doesn't go there, I'm going to work out with a snake.
Okay. So you start working on that. Randy, what are you up to?
I'm still not seeing I guess where all this fluid came from. Is this it?
We'll say that it takes you a couple of minutes, but you do find some pipes on the wall that have been busted out. They look once again like they've been almost busted out from the inside, like ice damage, except that it's not the whole pipe; it's in parts of the pipe that have been busted out. Water has been coming out of them, but apparently you guys shut the water off already, so you don't know. It could have been that pipe, or probably was that pipe because that's where the water goes.
Hey, Matt, question for you.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we're in some weird delusion or something like that, but in the 70s, that was Nixon, right? And wasn't he accused of tapes and stuff like that? Recording stuff?
Wasn't it the Watergate affair? Or,
something
like that?
Hey, let's collect this. This could be big.
Well, yeah, you never know. It's obviously flushed. Someone's obviously flushed this away. Purposely.
What is it?
This could be big news. This could be money.
This could be our asses on the line if we get caught with it too.
I'll call over my shoulder. You do know that the people that got convicted of doing the break-in were called the plumbers, right?
Yeah, but we're not breaking in. We're just doing our job. Fill it up with some.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
here with a tape that we shouldn't have.
Would I know what's above us, where that pipe has come from? Roughly.
It's probably that one is heading straight towards the presidential bathroom.
Yep.
Right.
It looks like we got 4 fall guys.
Do you guys have history at all? Want to take a chance and roll some history? Even though you've only got 35.
Nope.
Nope.
Holy shit.
Push it.
Holy shit, Tom,
No.
you will not believe this, but I rolled an ot 1.
Okay, cool. Well, you are familiar with G. Gordon Liddy, the guy over there,
Crazy. All right.
who was one of the masterminds behind the whole Watergate affair. So he's one of the ones that was eventually locked up or convicted of the crime.
So that fella back there, that's G. Gordon Liddy, and he's the one who eventually took the fall for this whole thing.
Well, him and a bunch of others, H.R. Halderman and John Ehrlichman, John Dean, Howard Hunt.
I sure wish there was a way to get this to the press office.
Well, this tape is probably completely damaged or destroyed.
I don't really have a degree in electronic repair, so I don't know anything about that.
Is it, what is it, magnetic audio tape?
Yes. Probably in this day and age, it was all of those big giant spools originally.
Yeah. Unless they ran a magnet through it, it'll be good.
How much of the tape is there?
Well, the pipes seem to be clogged with it.
Yeah.
So there's still more up there, in there?
Well, and if he's snaking it, he's of course tearing it up too.
Oh yeah.
Pulling it out.
No, this is not a this is not a usable. This is
I really don't. I really don't want to put I don't want to put my. Yeah, I'm afraid we're going to lose our jobs if we worry a little too much about what's on this tape. Regardless if it has to do with the Watergate thing or not, it's still a recording of something, and we're still in a federal building.
I'd like you to do.
Randy?
I'd like you to all do intelligence rolls.
Is it?
Intelligence rolls.
Oh, failed.
fail.
Hard success.
Standard success.
Okay, if you failed, the whole Watergate scandal thing, that's really recent news. However, all of the outcomes of what happened afterwards and your life in 2019 is starting to fade away. The way a dream sort of fades after you've woken up. You were you live in 2000. I mean, in 1972, you have family, you have friends from this time period. You don't remember the future anymore. At least it's fading away.
Do you want us to make a sanity roll for the sudden realization?
No, you're a little confused at what the others are talking about when they say things, but
okay.
It's probably something in the news that you didn't hear at this point.
I do keep my head down.
We're here to do a job, so let's just fix these pipes and get out of here.
Yeah. By this time, I probably got like 2 buckets of unfurled tape.
I'll go ahead. I want to examine some of the other pipes to see if there's anything else jammed inside of them that could have been causing a blockage, especially in those kind of erratic points where it's not consistent. That to me would suggest that pressure buildup in those spots for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Lou can put his famous wrench to work.
And Matt, what are you doing?
Can I have a route around some of the other locations while they're doing that?
Sure.
Perhaps, just a good old look around.
All right. What you begin to notice is there are more places in the pipes where they are broken. And you can definitely tell that the pipe itself was expanded from the inside and cracked that way. Something you'd expect from ice damage, although it's a little different than that. It's almost as if like little explosives or something went off inside the pipe. It's very strange.
We should go tell somebody about this explosive stuff. And
But you don't know that there's explosive. I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
well, I mean, if it looks like that and I'm in the White House, I should probably notify somebody before we start tinkering around with it.
Maybe there was a weird use of chemicals up above and they reacted down here?
Probably some kid threw firecrackers in the toilet. Weren't you ever in junior high?
At the White House?
Sure, they got a museum. There are
I don't think
tours.
firecrackers would split a pipe.
Look, I'm gonna go upstairs and just notify somebody that we have some suspicion. That's something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him because I'm a bit freaked out with all this though. I want to get into a bit of daylight.
I'm really worried this job's getting way too big, and I need to just start taking in the scope of the whole thing and writing down how much damaged pipe we have and start to assess the whole situation.
Randy, could you write down timestamps and stuff like that of what's been going on? Check your watch.
Yeah, I can do that.
Kind of a step-by-step, like when we found that tape stuff, what it was we found in there. Just document everything.
And Bill is going to keep snaking.
And G.
I'm making my way out, Tom.
The interaction with Liddy. Let's write that down too.
All right, Bill, I'll be down here. Just give me a shout if you need anything.
Sure.
So Bill and Randy, you're both down there, and Matt and Lou, you're going upstairs. All right. Bill and Randy, do a listen roll.
Bill.
Success.
Okay. So Bill, as you're snaking, your snake makes a lot of noise. But you're hearing almost a harmonic vibration in the pipe, and it's enough to where it stops you. You stop the machinery of the snake, and you listen, and you can definitely hear a vibration in the pipe coming from somewhere. It's a long way away, probably way on the other side of the building or something. But you can almost feel a breeze coming out of the pipe.
Is it warm or cool?
It's not any different temperature than the air around you.
Gotcha.
But it's as if, once again, if somebody flushed a toilet somewhere, it might cause this. It might cause, a sudden, and of course, it might mean that water is heading your way.
Pulling my face away from it.
Yeah. Matt and Lou, you guys are going upstairs. When you get to the top of the stairs and you step through the door, there is, of course, Secret Service standing there. And he looks over at you.
Could I have a word with you, please?
Yeah, because I think we got a bigger problem than you first realized.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't want to... if we could talk somewhat in private, that would be great.
Well, there's nobody in the hallway here. What?
We've found some interesting stuff in one of the pipes, some real tape, but we also have concerns that perhaps some damage down there was caused by explosives or something that could be explosive. And given that this is the White House, I think you're the right person to notify for that.
Yeah, just a minute. And he walks down to the end of a hallway and goes through a door, and he's gone only for a minute, and suddenly you hear yelling coming from the other side, and it's like, don't be ridiculous, there aren't any explosives, get those fucking pipes, tell them to get those fucking pipes cleaned out. And you see the guy step back around the corner looking a little sheepish for a Secret Service guy, but another gentleman steps around the corner and just sort of, arms akimbo, and he's like, why are you people wasting time? You need to fix the plumbing now. It's like, we can't go days without plumbing in the White House.
Right, you're absolutely right, but we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the potential of an explosive in the White House.
How could there be explosives in the White House? I mean,
how could there be reels of audio tape in a pipe?
You say that to him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you strangely and he says, just shut your fucking mouth and get back downstairs and fix the pipes.
Right. You got it, boss. Sir, just to note, we've been keeping complete logs of everything that's happening down there.
Oh, you're gonna tell him that too, huh?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's already stormed away, so he didn't get the chance.
Do we have access to the presidential bathroom where this potentially could have come from? Can we just go there, or do we need permission?
Yes and no. Yeah, you theoretically have permission, but you can't be there when the president's there.
No.
So we'll have to. The security will have to clear that if you need to go up there.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that what you want the security guard to do?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. Well, tell him that we could have the problem could be related to the room directly above where the pipe has exploded, and we might need access to there eventually. If that's
All right.
I
I will talk to the security chief and get you clearance for that, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah, that's no problem. We'll carry on where we are at the moment.
All right. So you guys are going to go back downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I will. Yeah.
Randy, what are you up to?
I'm really just trying to survey it all. I mean, a job of this magnitude, this many busted pipes, is going to take a long time to fix, or a lot of manpower and materials very quickly. So for us to be able to put together the scope of the job, it's what I'm concerned with. I want to get this done and get paid and get out of here.
Make sure you document it. That's how we get paid.
Yeah, and since Lou asked me to do that, it's what I'm doing. I'm making notes of everything I find, but I'm sure there's measurements to take, and you got to look at where different access points are, and measurements of what size the pipe is, how long the pipes are, and all of that kind of stuff.
Now, we'll say for the sake of the game, your shop is less than a mile from the White House.
Okay.
So and you guys have supplies, because this is a kind of a place that if something goes wrong, they need it fixed. They don't.
Okay.
They don't want to wait 3 days. It's your top priority. 24 hours a day, you work on it if you have to.
Well, once we get the
Conservatively, we probably have like a couple hundred feet of pipe just
Sure.
like on the top of the truck that we came here in.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna need heavy iron pipe, of a decent diameter to take all that crap and keep it going out of the building. So it's gonna be heavy, and we may need to weld some of it too.
Yep, that's why I got my operate heavy machinery.
So, Bill, you didn't get hit with water, but you definitely hear the vibrations in the pipes from somewhere. Randy, as you're sort of exploring around, you do notice a large sewage pipe in the building that a large chunk of it has cracked and been broken out. So you can actually see into the pipe. It's about 3 inches high and about, 1.5 foot long, a big, split where it's wide open.
I'd like to take my flashlight and shine it in there, see what I see.
Okay. Do a spot hidden for me.
Got that one.
Okay. This is across the room from you, and as you're walking towards it with your flashlight, you can hear now a vibration, as if, like I say, it's almost like rolling thunder, because it's something happening in a pipe far away, but it's getting closer. And something goes past that gap in the pipe like there's something in the pipe.
Like an animal? Is there
like
possum in there?
Like an animal, but it wasn't furry. It was all, it reminded you a little bit of like a rat's tail, but it was more gray and more smooth, like frog skin. And it went by extremely fast. And when it did, you're startled by it. You'll do a sanity roll, but you end up thinking, did you really just see something go by, or was it a trick of the light? Or
It's a fail, but not a critical fail in the sanity roll.
okay, so roll a 1d4, but cut it in half. It could have been a big rat or something, and you just didn't see it very well, but it was very strange.
I'm going to yell out to Bill, Bill, keep your eyes open. I think there's an animal, like a hairless rat or some shit in there. Don't get bit.
A rat?
I don't think it had hair. Maybe they got those fancy Sammy's cats up there.
Ugh. Last time I had to fish one of those out of the drain. Ugh.
All right, Lou and Matt, you've come back down the stairs. And you see Randy jumping.
What's the matter, Randy?
Something in the pipes. Something already crawled up in them pipes.
Oh, like rats? I'll come over and I'll have a look.
Like a big...
Said something about a cat.
Or, a hairless cat or a big hairless rat. I don't... It was too damn fast, but it was in there.
I'll shine the lights up there. Have a look.
Let's get something over the end of it, like a bucket or something, to catch it in if it comes out. So
Well, maybe there's a bigger hole somewhere else that something's climbed in there.
Gosh, it could have gotten in through one of the water mains, and that caused the pressure to build up at one of the joints here.
If it got
Could
into
be
the
the
water,
cause of our leak. If it's just a foreign object, like a dead animal that got into the water main.
It was moving fast. I mean, there was no water to drag a dead animal through there like that.
Andy, which way did it go?
It actually was heading towards Bill, except that it never arrived at Bill. And Bill, you noticed that the vibration got less. But there could be turns and twists in the pipe going other places as well, along the Y junctions.
Sure.
Look, guys, we need to be very cautious. I spoke to the Secret Service. They're ignoring all warnings of anything. Well, not the Secret Service, but the White House in general. We just need to carefully document everything. And if, protect yourselves if there is some sort of an animal up there. Obviously, we don't need to expose ourselves to that, but try to snag it if you can. And something.
Lou, I think maybe what we should do is they're not really wanting to talk about what we're finding down here. Maybe we just get this all patched up and then whatever the hell it was hopefully doesn't happen again.
Yeah, but the problem is, obviously with business, well, we don't want to lose the business of the White House. It's a big account.
Do we keep a camera? We keep a camera in the truck. Maybe we should take some pictures of this.
Not a bad idea. I don't know what the policy is.
Yeah, you don't want to bring a camera onto government property.
I'm not sure that you guys would be using cameras in 1972 in the plumbing business. So
Yeah, no. They would have Polaroids, but you don't know.
Yeah.
They're still accusing people of being communists. No.
Bill, do a listen roll for me.
And that's a 90 out of 20. No.
Okay.
Can I push?
Let Randy do one, and I'll let you push if he fails, if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to get water in your ear.
I was off by one.
You want to just use luck?
Yeah, I'll use a luck and take it down to 49.
All right. Randy, as you're standing there talking to them, you're not 100% sure, but pipes make weird noises. Pipe make knocking noises and all sorts of things. But now you're hearing kind of a whistle. And
like a tune?
Maybe, but it's definitely coming from the pipe. I suppose if somebody's in a toilet somewhere, the sound might be able to travel if there's no water. But you're not distinctly sure. It could just be the sound of wind or something, but there's definitely it's definitely changing pitch.
Can we all hear this?
No, he's right next to the pipe.
Oh, okay.
Pointedly, I can't.
Yeah. Well, I'll just point it out then. You guys hear the whistling? Is someone whistling a song in there?
Look, guys, at the end of the day, all this is really, to be frank, fucked up. We just got to get this job done.
I'm there with you. I think we get this done, and if they call us back, they certainly can't blame us for whatever weird shit happened.
I haven't stopped snaking since I started.
I'll get a bit closer, see if I can hear this whistling as well, or ascertain if it what sort of sound it is.
Okay, do a listen roll.
Yep, it's just a regular success.
Okay. If you get really close to the pipes where you can really hear, there's definitely a musical quality to it. It's like and it makes you feel very strange. Do a sanity roll.
Great. No, failed.
Okay, do a one like how you did before. 1d4 and you lose 2. Let's cut it in half. It's definitely a strange little melody, but it's a melody that sort of, for some reason,
Do I recognize it?
no,
Do you
you don't
recognize
recognize
it?
it, but it's a combination of notes that, for some reason, disconcerts you. It's like that sound shouldn't be there. I've never heard musical notes coming through pipes. You know,
Hey Lou, come and have a listen to this, Lou. See if you can recognize this.
it's a long way away.
This is really freaky.
You know, Matt, I appreciate it, but we're here to do a fucking job. And in the White House, I feel like less is more. So the
You
less
call this a fucking job?
your paycheck says it's a fucking job, bub.
Yeah, well, this job's getting weirder by the fucking minute.
And the problem is that there's shit that goes on here that we're not meant to hear. And the more you listen to stuff, the more our asses are on the line, and the more the asses of this business are on the line. And I'll be goddamned if my dad's gonna have his business fall apart because we're sitting here listening to people hum diddly ho on the pipes.
What is it?
Lou, do an intelligence roll.
Sure. I succeed.
Your dad is a banker.
He just looks his brow furrows and he looks really confused.
You had a dream about your dad and you owning a plumbing business, but that's not real. That's somewhere else.
Well, he's going to go with it because he doesn't want other people to know.
That was part of the delusion you had about being sometime in, what was it, 2019?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that whole thing is fading from your mind as well.
Okay.
Can I come back out, Tom, and go see the Secret Service guys that I saw earlier?
I was just about to have one of them come down the stairs and say, I've got clearance for one of you to come up and check out the president's bathroom.
Right, I'll volunteer for that because I'm getting a bit freaked out with this place.
Okay.
So I'll go and have a look.
Remember, less is more, Matt.
Sorry?
Remember, less is more, my friend.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
Matt, if there's anything left in that bowl, give it one more flush, just so we know that there was some water that made it down here still.
Yeah, no problem. We'll do.
Gloves.
Okay. So, Matt, the Secret Service guy takes you back upstairs, and he says, I'm going to be escorting you up to the presidential bathroom. It's off the Oval Office. The president is not there at the moment, so we can go. Now, as you go, you're going to pass a number of people who you recognize from television, just because this is your job. You know these people, you know all these politicians.
Okay.
I would like you to do a spot hidden roll.
Yep, that's a hard.
Okay, that's a hard. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you notice later on.
Okay.
So as you're going up the stairs, you're passing a number of these people, and some of them give you odd looks. Everybody's, of course, dressed in business suits and stuff like that. You're led
trailing shit over the carpet.
Yeah, no, you had shoes to change into.
Okay.
You go up to the Oval Office. You cross through the Oval Office to the bathroom, and when you step inside, it's obvious that they probably were trying to stuff something into the toilet, and it's clogged.
Right. Okay. So the toilet bowl is quite full of water.
Right, and there's something jammed down there. Now, from what I've seen now you can find pictures online of the bathrooms in the White House, and they're fucking monstrous. They're gigantic bathrooms. So it's a big bathroom.
Okay. Is the Secret Service guy in there with me?
He's standing at the door.
Standing at the door, facing me or facing the other way?
Well, for a couple of minutes he was standing there facing you, watching you. But there's definitely a smell. There's not a smell just from the toilet. There's also smell from you. So he kind of wrinkles his nose and figures you know what you're doing. So he says, "I'll just wait outside."
Okay. I was just starting to get some tools out. I'm gonna have a bit of a look around, just a bit of a glance, see if I can spot anything else.
Okay.
There's these other smells you're saying.
Do a spot hidden for me.
Yep, hard success again.
All right. So you're looking around the bathroom. You look over it. There's actually a tub. You look at the tub, and it seems to be okay. Water didn't back up into the tub or anything like that. You walk over to the sink, and that's when you notice that there's been some vandalism in the bathroom. It looks almost as if somebody has done something to the mirror over the toilet. I mean, over the sink. They've taken yellow paint and they've made a circle, and they've got this sort of strange wiggly spiral thing in the middle of it. And there's spots of yellow paint on the porcelain. And it's like maybe a little kid finger painted this on the mirror.
Okay, I'll call to the security guy. Oi, Chief, have you seen this in here?
He comes back
Come and have a
in,
look.
and he walks into the bathroom. And
Are you aware of this?
he's like, "Well, who the hell did this?"
Well, that's what I'm asking you, buddy.
This was not here before, not that I'm aware of. And he takes his finger up and he touches it and goes like this, and it's fairly fresh. It's fresh paint. It's not completely dry. There's parts of it that have dried, so it's maybe a few hours old. And he's like, "Well, what the hell? We need to clean this out of here, clean this off of here."
Do I recognize what sort of symbol is about? Is it just like just a bit of random graffiti, or?
Well, it's like a circle, and there's like a little cross at the top, and there's a spiral. Now, as you're standing there, something you remember noticing as you were coming up here, but you saw at least two men in suits that had spots of yellow paint on their pants.
Right.
That you're not dead sure who they were because you were kind of keeping your eyes averted, but you thought that was odd at the moment, and then you sort of dismissed it, and now it's come back to you.
Okay. Well, I won't say that to the I won't relay that to the CIA guy, security guy. Okay. I'll go back to the toilet then.
Okay.
And I'll just get my plunger out or whatever. I start having a go clearing the toilet to see what's actually blocking it.
Okay.
Get my hand down there if I have to, gloves on.
Okay. So as you are pulling this out, it seems like you start to get bits and pieces of cassette tape of magnetic tape, but you're also getting feces. So it's like somebody took a dump on top of the tapes. You've got kind of a little sort of mini rotor with a little hook on the end of it. And you get it in there, and you've got a hold of the tape, which you're trying to pull out. And as you're pulling on it, all of a sudden, you can hear sort of it almost sounds like a growl or a roar coming from in the toilet, and the tapes are just suddenly yanked out of your hand and disappear down the toilet along with the water and the feces and everything else. Just it's gone, like suction pulled it down all of a sudden. And there's that sort of gurgling sound of water, as the toilet goes.
Well, that's certainly done the trick, didn't it? Okay. Well, if that's cleared, is the security guy still in the room?
Yeah, the security guy has grabbed a what really is a dusting rag, and he's gotten it wet, and he's trying to wipe all of the yellow paint off of the mirror.
Right. Okay.
And sort of cussing under his breath. He says, I have no idea what the hell this is all about.
No, neither do I. This job's getting stranger in a minute.
I don't know if Richard Nixon had kids. Gap in the knowledge. I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't think he did. No.
I could get out my magic tome of all knowledge and find out, but it's not important. He's like those damn.
Well, I'll let him carry on doing that, and if there's nothing else to do in here, seeing as the toilet's now unblocked, I'll let him know that I'll make my way down unless he has to escort me.
Okay.
Or can I go down on my own?
No, he escorts you. He's like, how much longer do you think it's going to be?
No, how long's a piece of string? We keep uncovering more and more work as we go along, really. Right. Hopefully not too long, though. Hopefully not too long.
Well, he escorts you back down to where he was, and then he lets you go in. And as he gets there, there's another security guard there, and he sort of relieves him, and that guy goes away, and he stays there. And they sort of, constantly guard his posts.
Okay. As I'm walking down, I'll keep an eye on the floor, see if there's any paint on the floor. So do I see any yellow paint on the floor?
You don't see any yellow paint on the floor.
No drips or drabs or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
All right. So you start back down the stairs. Bill and Randy and Lou. As you've been down here, you've now noticed a couple times that you can still hear that melody. When you get near the pipe and you listen, it sounds like it's what you'd imagine. Somebody somewhere in the White House is whistling, and the sound is traveling through the pipes and coming to where you are. It's distant. It's a long ways away, but it has an echoey quality because of the pipes.
I'll hum along as I'm working.
Okay. It's kind of a catchy tune, but it does disturb you. It's a disturbing little tune. All right, so I imagine at this point you guys have all regrouped and you guys are you're trying to fix some pipes.
Did we hear something come down the pipe?
No.
Yeah. While I was up there, there was more tape in there in the toilet, and as I was cleaning it out, suddenly all the water and the tapes themselves just sort of rushed out to the toilet, flushed themselves out with this strange sort of growling noise. And did you guys hear anything your end?
You didn't.
Huh.
And
No,
if
I'm
something,
really
if something-
focused on just trying to make repairs right now while they're all
Okay.
talking about it.
Well, if something rushed down here, I just hope there's not a break somewhere that we haven't found, like, you know, a gap or.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I didn't get a face full of tape and feces, so like it's coming out
It's
somewhere.
Exactly.
It's definitely cleared up there now, so it must have gone somewhere.
Did you
Yeah.
find an
Plus
end?
Sorry?
Did Bill find an end to the tape he was snaking out of there in that mess? Did that finally open up?
I got some of it out. I mean, like, you know, I wouldn't have stopped until I got it all out, but, you know, apparently there's more.
Plus someone up there did graffiti in the president's bathroom.
Well,
Someone saw yellow paint all over the place.
well, here, let's, since you said that something came down from the pipe up above, let's do another sweep and see if there's any fresh, what is it, sewage or such about.
Why don't we see if we can get schematics so we can take a look at the White House and see where these pipes lead, so we can check it out in a more educated way.
Sounds like a management decision, Lou.
Snapshot.
All right. Well, that's easily done. You've got schematics.
So I'm gonna try to trace the pipes to see where they're going
Okay.
from here.
As you continue looking at the pipes, you find more places where they've been damaged. And you can't explain it. It really looks like they would have all had to have frozen solid to have expanded the way they have expanded and cracked. It's going to be a big job. It's going to take you guys a while. When your other coworkers get back tomorrow from sleeping, then they're probably going to have to come and join you to get all this done.
Okay, if it's that big and extensive, I'm just gonna take like a grease pencil and just start marking the pipes that we're gonna have to replace.
Okay.
Because we're not gonna be able to do this all today. It sounds like we're gonna have to come back with more guys.
Okay. So, you guys work for another hour or so, and you guys have repaired some of the damage. You guys continue to have occasional vibrations in the pipes, and the illusion that something is moving in the pipes, maybe a rat, maybe something is running through the pipes. You find a number of cleanouts, which, you know, are places where you can unscrew them and you can get into the pipes and clean out the insides. You find more tape and stuff like that. But you also are finding some strange quantities of kind of a clearish, green clearish goo, which you can't, it has a horrible smell to it, but it doesn't smell like feces or anything. It smells like sour milk almost. And it's all extreme. Now, you've smelled some nasty things in your life, but this is one that you guys actually recognize as nasty because it you know, you're used to nasty smells, and this is nasty to you.
It's definitely not poo, though. It's not just because someone was eating too much curry or something.
It's not poo.
Mm.
Be careful, guys. It could be hazardous materials.
It has the consistency of snot.
Everything here is hazardous.
Yeah.
There's difference between feces, though, and chemicals, my friend.
You also, I would like you to all do intelligence rolls.
Yes.
04.
Hard success.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Standard.
Matt, you got a hard success. Um,
Extreme.
Matt, you all sort of come to this conclusion, but Matt especially sort of thinks that you've started to notice that you hear the vibrations, you feel the vibrations in the pipes, and sometimes something seems to go through the pipes right after you've heard this whistling. It's definitely whistling first and then movement in the pipes. And it's taken 3 or 4 or 5 times for this to happen before you go, wait a second. You know, if I hear the whistling, do I shortly thereafter hear the vibrations in the pipes?
Can I copy the whistling? Can I copy the tune? Or is it too...
The tune definitely has a very distinct tune. It's like 8 notes, and it repeats over and over again. But it, as I say, the notes, it's a discordant sort of noise. It's disturbing. So you don't exactly want to, but you do. Everybody do a listen roll at this point.
No, failed.
Fail.
Horrible failure.
Oh, you all failed.
Fail.
Can I push?
I'll let you fail.
Okay.
How much did you fail by?
Over 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you guys are there, you don't really notice it at first, but let me do it randomly. Let's see. Randy, something under the water brushes past your leg.
What the hell? You see that? What is it? I look down, shine the flashlight.
Yeah, you don't see it. It's brown water. You can't even your flashlight can really see into it.
I kick around.
It felt like something swam past your foot.
Something's down here in the water with us.
Bob, you find a floater?
No, something's swimming down there. It swam right past me.
This is probably full of rats.
Look, let's get some lights down here on the ground level. Get your flashlights out and let's put them on the ground and see if we can see.
There is no ground. You got a foot of water.
I know. Are any of the flashlights? None of them are water resistant, are they?
I don't think so.
So I'll try to. Is it just completely murky, like we can't see down underneath it?
Yeah. But you can spot hidden rolls.
Okay.
All of us?
Sure.
Yes, I succeed.
You're
way off. Way off.
Yeah, success.
Matt and I are on the ball right now.
Okay.
I have a success. Not a hard, though.
Randy doesn't see it because it's behind him, but you guys definitely see something ripple through the water, almost snake-like, behind him. And
behind Randy, did you see?
It was kind of big.
Okay, Bob, don't freak out.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Bob, there's a.
I'm going to pick a wrench or something.
Just be calm.
I'm going to try to ready my wrench and follow the ripples and try to smack it when I get a chance.
Okay. Everything goes dead silent. There's no ripples in the water. And Randy, do a luck roll.
Yeah, I made it by 6 points.
Okay. Everybody else do luck rolls.
Yep.
Made it.
I failed.
Okay. Lou, you are poised and ready if anything comes out of the water to hit it with that wrench. And suddenly you feel something wrap itself around your ankles and it yanks and you fall backwards. And something is dragging you along the floor.
May I make
you guys all see that? Well, you kind of are like this, so I mean,
I'm gonna
Yeah, but not
dive
this round.
towards
Hang on a
his
second, Bill.
hands.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, try and grab him.
I do have a
Yeah.
strength of 80. Can I try to pull myself up?
Next round.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Can I try and grab him?
Yeah, I'm diving for his hands to grab a hold of him.
All right, Phil and Matt do grapple. See if you can.
I relent.
Or brawl. I think it's brawl. Yeah. Really grapple.
That is a fail by 1 point. Oh no! I'm sorry. No, that's a significant failure.
Okay. And Matt, did you miss also?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Missed.
So they grabbed for you, but Lou, you got pulled into the water, and the water is now, of course, flowing up onto you. Randy, what do you do?
I'm going to reach over and grab his hand and pull him out of it.
Okay,
Help him stand up.
You can also try to grapple or brawl.
It's that hard. It's that hard to hold on to him. Okay.
Well, he's moving. He's being
Being
dragged.
pulled away.
It's a grapple.
I think
brawl.
it's brawl. It's anything other than fighting is brawl.
Can I spend 2 to grab him? I rolled a 52. I needed a 50.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
You grab a hold of his arm, and whatever it is that's pulling him has a tremendous amount of strength. So you're holding on to his hand and keeping his head above water, but it's pulling you along too. You're trying to brace yourself. Now, Bill and Matt, you can also try to grab a hold of Randy and help him, but Lou, go ahead and do what you're going to do. He's got one of your hands, though.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit awkward. So I'm going to try to do, I guess they didn't know about this at the time, but it's kind of like a Pilates move. I'm going to try to lift my legs up out of the water a bit so I can get an angle with it with my other hand to try to smack.
Okay, well,
It's
it's literally got a hold of your ankles, and it's pulling you.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to lift my legs up out of the water, kind of making like a V with my body. It's core strength.
All right, do a strength roll. Yeah.
I got a hard success.
Okay. So you managed to pull your legs up out of the water a little bit, and you definitely see what looks almost like an octopus tentacle that's wrapped around your legs.
Get it, Bill. Get it, Matt.
I'm gonna try and stab at it with a screwdriver.
Yeah, I'll rush to where the other end towards his legs and do the same.
Okay. As you all right, so you guys are going to run towards it. Why don't you guys go ahead and do a fight roll to see if you contact it?
21 out of 25. I do a basic success.
Okay. Same with you, Matt. You missed.
I missed.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt misses it. You try to contact with it, but it's really slippery. Bill, you contact with it. What did you say, with a screwdriver?
Yeah. I'm just stabbing at it kind of desperately.
Stab at it?
Yeah.
All right. When you stab at it with your screwdriver seems to penetrate as if the thing were made out of Jell-O. I mean, it just goes right into it. I'd like you to do a luck roll, though.
Those never end badly. And made it.
Okay. You didn't jam it all the way into Lou's leg in the process. But the creature doesn't seem to react when you do it either. And as you do it, it seems like you've injured it, but it's not bleeding. Nothing's happening. It's not reacting to it. It just seems to continue to pull Lou.
If you want me to hold off on this till next round, I will. But if I don't see any reaction, I just got a handle. I'm not going to multiple stab. If I went into it, I'm not letting go. Just.
I want Lou. You're going to try and swing at it with your wrench.
Well, seeing it kind of go through like that, I'm actually just going to try to break the grapple. Just try to pull away from it.
Okay. Do a strength roll, but with a penalty dice.
Yeah, makes sense. No, the penalty die puts me over.
Okay. You
If it
stop.
wasn't for that cursed penalty die, I would have had an extreme success.
You stop moving across the floor, okay, but it's still holding on to you. And as you stop, and you guys are now right there with Lou, a number of other tentacles reach up out of the water, and one of them wraps itself around Lou's waist now and starts to swing the other tentacles through the air. Whatever this thing is, it's huge. It's like a giant squid at this point.
Sanity roll?
Yeah, sanity roll. For all of you.
Fail.
Oh.
Success. Made it.
So, I did the worst kind of failure.
What, you got 00?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Those of you who failed, I want you to do a 1d4 plus 1. But Bill, I want you to do a 1d6 plus 1.
I lost 4 sanity.
7.
Oh.
Idea roll?
Yeah, do an idea roll. If you got past, what did you get, Lou?
I dropped 4.
Okay. Matt, what did you lose?
I succeeded.
Okay. So just take 2.
I take 2 points.
And Randy?
I took 2. I rolled a 1 on the D4.
Okay. Bill, roll an 8-sided die. Oh, roll your intelligence.
I already passed.
You passed your intelligence. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right. Do a 1d8.
2.
You are going to run for your fucking life.
You're damn right I am.
Okay. However, you're running in a random direction.
Oh, good.
Do a luck roll for me.
Passed.
All right. So you are heading more or less towards the stairs. Lou.
I defeat the beast and escape with my life. Yes.
What do you? The thing has now got you pretty wrapped up. In fact, it's starting to squeeze and it's starting to hurt.
I'm gonna beat the ever loving shit out of it with this pipe wrench.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit at it somewhere not near my leg, as if not to break my own leg.
Okay. When you hit at it, I'm going to give it to you because it's right there.
Right.
Part of the jaws, on a monkey wrench, pipe wrench, they're a little sharp on the edges, and you manage to sort of rip into this creature as you do it, and you notice that this viscous sort of goo is getting on the wrench itself, and the more you beat at it, the more damage you seem to be doing to it. Okay.
To the wrench or to the creature?
To the creature.
Okay.
Okay. Matt and Randy, what are you guys doing?
And just as my normal damage is 1d8 plus 1d4.
Okay.
If I'm still
behold the yeah.
I'm sorry, Matt. Say that again.
As the creature still behold the loop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blue is doing some damage to it, but it's...
I'm going to keep on trying to beat it then. Trying to try and get it off him.
All right. Bill. Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
That's a hit.
Okay.
What am I using? A wrench or something, is it? Or whatever tool at hand?
You can use my screwdriver.
Well, let's assume you have something that you would use for plumbing. You got a wrench of some sort. Okay.
Okay. What damage would that be?
It's you can do like a 1d4.
1d4. No strength bonus, damage bonus. 4.
Okay. You seem to you're beating into it, but you don't know if you're doing any damage to it or not. It seems to be pretty tough. It's almost like it's made out of rubber. The skin very rubbery. Randy, and what are you doing?
I'm trying to. Well, first of all, am I still feeling like a force trying to drag Lou? Because I had a hold of him.
No, now it seems to be almost constrictor-like, like it's trying to squeeze him to death.
All right. Well, then I'm going to. I'm assuming I've got a wrench or some sort of tool on me. Also, I'm going to grab whatever I can to try to beat this thing and get it off of him.
Let's say you've got a knife of some sort.
All right, a knife. Then I want to slash at it if I can.
All right. Go ahead. Try.
22. And what do I need? A basic brawl with that?
Oh, yeah, a basic brawl.
Actually, I got a hard with that one.
Okay. So you slash at it. It's not much of a knife. We'll say 1d4. You find, however, that it's like slashing a rubber tire.
All right.
It's not easy. Okay, so you're fighting with it. Bill, as you are fighting your way through the water to get to the thing, you hear behind you a large amount of water suddenly splash, like somebody jumping into a swimming pool.
Running faster.
And as you're running and you look back, what you notice is that something has rose up out of the water. It's closest to Lou, but the others also see this. It's sort of impossible to describe. It seems to have an almost aquatic sort of head, almost like a white skull underneath green plastic, and it has multiple tentacles reaching down into the water underneath it. And as you see it, the whole thing sort of moves fluid-like through the air and cuts you off at the stairs and throws tentacles around you. Go ahead and do a luck roll. Could have said a dodge roll. Luck rolls.
Can I just say, in all the years of playing Call of Cthulhu, this is the first time I've ever encountered a tentacled creature.
Oh, that's a fail. That's a fail.
Okay.
Yeah, I slipped in shit as it was coming towards me. The momentum. What?
One of its tentacles wraps itself around your throat. And the next thing that you realize is that it has pushed you down to the floor. So your head is now underwater. And it's holding you there. Randy, as you see this explosion of water, it's reaching towards you with tentacles, and you realize that there are little spikes all over its tentacles as well. What do you want to do? I assume you're going to dodge, but what do you want?
I do want to dodge, but I'm going to give one last pull on Lou and see if I can get him out of there. But then I'm not being eaten by the whatever the hell this is.
Him with my strength? Can I try to like add into this by fighting against this?
I think, Lou, at this point, you are pretty fucking exhausted, and you're lying on your back now in the water.
So I'm assuming dodge would be the first one. So I rolled a 21, and it's just a standard success.
Okay. You try to pull on Lou's hand, and you can feel his hand sort of coming. I mean, as you're pulling against this thing, but this creature will probably it will grab you probably in the next round. But it didn't grab you this round. Matt, how about you? What are you doing?
I'm still going to try and save Lou at the moment because I'm probably closer to him than Bill. So I'm just going to keep on whacking it if I can.
The creature is now sort of flipping Lou over as it's twisting around him. And Lou, you feel sharp pains in your midsection as this thing is twisting around you. And Matt and Randy, as you're trying to get Lou away from this thing, Lou splits in half.
Oh, shit.
Sanity roll. Lou, you can do a sanity roll if you want to, but it's not going to last.
Oh, sorry, Lou. Your fish food.
I passed.
And for you, Lou, of course, everything goes black.
I passed. It wasn't anything remarkable, though.
Okay. I think, though, still, you should do a 1d4 plus 2. If you fail, did you fail, Matt, or pass?
I passed.
All right.
So that's what, 1d4 plus 2, is it?
Yeah.
Just so you know, Tom, that puts me up to a total of 7 lost throughout this encounter, 6 just in the last couple minutes.
But how many on this roll?
On that roll.
That's 5.
Matt, you got 5?
5 in one go, so yeah.
Matt, roll an 8. Roll your intelligence, Matt.
Okie dokie. Passed.
Okay, that's
Succeeded.
not good.
Nope, there it is.
Sided dice.
What, sorry?
What did you get? 8-sided.
8-sided. 5.
Okay. Roll another 8-sided dice.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay. All you did was lose your ability to talk. So you're at a loss for words. All right. Randy.
I let go of Lou.
The creature spins around. You find, however, that what you're holding in your hand, other than Lou's hand, which you probably let go of, is you're holding a wrench that he...
I have the wrench now.
Yeah, because he had it in his hand, and you had it in your hand. So you have the wrench now in your hand that he was beating on it with. What do you want to do?
And our escape out of the basement's cut off at this point?
Yeah, by the creature.
Does the creature actually look like it's wounded significantly from what we've done to it so far?
Since it's writhing around in the water, the parts that were wounded might be underwater at this point. You can't tell if it's significantly wounded or not. But
Where
at
was
the
that?
time, you saw that it was being wounded by the wrench.
Where was the area that we saw this pipe wrench in the wall at one point?
It's literally 5 feet from you, but there's no hole there right now.
would it be jumping? I guess the continuity here too much to think. Well, maybe there's something to do with banging that hole in the wall and making the hole.
You don't remember any of that.
I don't remember any of that. All right. Well, then I think we got to take this thing out. And I instead of going for like an arm though, I want to see if I can hit the main thing of it with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just look above Bill.
Are you going to run up to it and try to hit it?
If I have to get closer to engage with the main body, yeah.
Or you could throw it, whatever you want. But yeah, if you throw it, you throw it. I'm not suggesting. Don't think I'm suggesting. Do whatever you want.
Oh. Well, I don't want to let go of it because it's probably my most significant weapon at this point.
Okay.
So I'm going to swing at it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just standard success on that.
Okay. You actually run up to the thing and you find staring into its face, it's hideous beyond belief. It's nightmarish. And I'm going to have you do a sanity roll, but at the same time, you bring that thing and you hit the creature in the side of the head, and it definitely reacts to it when you do it. But do a
sanity
roll. Yeah.
I lost on that one.
All right, do an intelligence roll. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Do at this point it's got to be like 1d8.
Oh, 1.
You got 1. You're determined to kill this thing.
Out of the 4 sanity rolls I've made tonight, that or 4 sanity damage, that's the 3 of them have been 1s.
Okay. You've hit the thing. It's going to try and grapple you. And it also succeeds. It throws tentacles around you. Okay. And in that moment, as it wraps a tentacle up your arm, it flings the wrench.
Oh, shit.
And you see the wrench hit the wall that you don't remember and go right through the what do I want to say? The cinder block.
Mm-hmm.
Punches a little hole into the cinder block. Matt.
Yeah. Is Bill still alive?
Bill is no longer moving.
Right. Okay. How close am I to the exit?
I'm sorry, Bill. Matt, what did you say?
How close am I to the exit?
You've got the creature in between you and the exit.
Okay.
And it's whipping around. It's
okay. Well, I haven't got much choice really. I'm gonna keep having a go at it. Give it a good old whack if I can.
Okay.
And miss. Jesus. This isn't going well.
You missed. It's going to try to grapple you. Oof, got 09. So both Randy and Matt, it has you wrapped in its tentacles, and both of you do luck rolls.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, got it. Succeed.
Okay. Randy, you got the really good roll. All right. So first, Matt. Matt, as you are pulled in close to this hideous, monstrous creature, you didn't really notice before, but it does have a mouth, and it opens up its mouth, and its mouth is completely filled with piranha-like teeth. And the last thing that you remember is it clamping down on your face.
Silent scream.
Okay. Yeah, your scream is basically "Whoa!" as it's clamped down. Randy, you see that, and of course, you're completely. You know you're done for. You know you're doomed. But in that last couple of seconds before the creature turns to probably do the same thing to you, you notice a White House employee. You're pretty sure that's a lawyer. That's John Mitchell. He's He's Nixon's attorney general, standing on the stairs, watching all of this and whistling. And a moment later, everything goes black, and you're all in the dark, and you're feeling very strange, and you open your eyes and realize that you've sort of stumbled in the water, and that it's 2019, and you are in the basement of the White House trying to fix all of the broken pipes. But you can remember what just happened. And you have that rusty wrench in your hand.
It's time for a smoke break. I think we should get outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you guys are going to go upstairs and take a smoke break?
Are we carrying the mental trauma with us of that experience?
Well, you definitely remember everything that happened.
Yeah, I'm taking 2 smoke breaks.
You remember being terrified. You remember this crazy nightmare of a dream about a monster, except that you all had exactly the same dream and you all remember the details.
I've watched the History Channel way too much. That is not a hallucination when everybody shares it like that.
I look at my torso. I lift up my shirt and look at my torso.
Oh, and by the way, your names are back to normal. Lou Ulumalati, Randy Bauer, Matt Forkham, and Bill Fenwick. Your uniforms have changed. Your memories of 2019 come back. And everything about this situation seems somewhat familiar. In fact, you notice the same kind of damage to some of the pipes that you saw before.
It was probably a shared hallucination that can happen probably with trauma, I'm guessing. We should probably we've got to get this job done though. And it's something, if it happened in the past, it's not real. And what is real though is the legacy of my dad in this job and this account. So let's go get it done. And if you don't want to get it done, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the ass on your way out.
Yeah, I'm going to go have a cigarette.
Yeah, smoke break.
Okay. So how about Matt and Lou? Lou, you're going to stay down there by yourself?
No, I thought we were having the smoke break. So,
okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought this conversation was happening during that.
Well,
so.
you do get a strange comment as you're going out. One of the Secret Service men says, "Smoke break already? You guys just got here."
Hey, I don't tell you how to do your job, do I?
We're union, man. What do you expect?
All right, so you guys are outside smoking. And you have the wrench.
All right, damn it, Lou. You know that there's no shared hallucination shit. Something weird just happened in there.
It doesn't matter. What are we going to do? Just tell the White House to go screw themselves?
I don't know. Can we call a dog catcher or someone from the zoo or something?
I mean, just because it was...
You don't want to get ate like that again. Tell me you want to get chopped in half like that again.
Just because it was in our dreams doesn't make it real. It's a bunch of foolery.
For the record, Lou, it does not feel like a dream.
I understand.
So,
but we're weighing, his dad's legacy of this business and the White House as an account versus a dream.
What we got in the truck is probably a couple butane torches for soldering and probably some welding gear.
What we need to do is we need to get as many pipes in there as possible right away so we can drain whatever liquid is down there. Since we've stopped the water, let's get the water out so we can see what's happening and nothing's creeping under the water. That should be step number 1.
We can sump it out. I'm sure they've got another relief valve somewhere that we could, if we can't get it out of the main sump, there's got to be a backup somewhere that we can get it into the sewer system.
My guess, too, is that you probably have portable sumps.
Yeah,
Right.
it seems to move through the pipes though. If we just use a sump pump, then it could go back into the plumbing and wait till the room refills.
That's fine, but look, there's still no evidence that this thing actually exists other than our feelings right now. Let's get the water out of there. That way there's nothing sneaking underneath to catch us off guard. We'll seal off the pipes temporarily while we do our work, and we'll just continue.
All right. I say we still bring the welding equipment down there, just in case.
You'll need it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll set up the sump.
Okay.
All right.
It takes you 15 minutes or so to set up the sump, and
we're not going down there till it's sumped out. So
that seems reasonable.
Sumped out or not, you guys ain't right. We shouldn't be doing this.
Sumps are actually pretty. I've had some work like that done. So probably within the space of an hour and a half, 90% of the water's gone. I mean, there's just very little, just a little splash on the floor at that point. So it's not dry. It's wet. It's a little slippery, but you've gotten out most of the water.
So when we start to walk back down there, I don't want to, but I feel like maybe I should give a little whistle and see if anything comes running. Try to mimic the whistling I was hearing before.
When he's whistling, I back up towards the door a bit. That's enough to freak me out a little.
Okay.
Why are we calling it? He says.
Well, if it's not there, there's nothing to worry about. And if it is there, we're still near the stairs.
No, that's enough to make me like pull whatever's in my hand up and.
Oh, calm it down, Sparky.
So, all right, Randy, where do you whistle? Where do you go?
I mean, as we're like getting down in the stairs, and I'm assuming that I can whistle. I mean, it's a guess. I don't know how far a whistle will really carry, but I'll try to whistle loud and mimic that sound, and and kind of keep my ears sharp to see if I hear anything coming in this direction.
Do a luck roll.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So you whistle, and the second you whistle, you feel really dumb. Like, come on, but you know the tune. You've got the tune, and it also makes you all feel, once again, sort of disconcerted by the sound of that strange little melody. Everybody do a listen roll.
No.
I missed it by 3. Can I spend the luck?
Sure.
No, I missed.
Yeah, I passed.
Okay. So for Matt, who passed, and for Bill, who spent some luck, Bill, you have your hand touching a pipe, and Matt, you think you hear a vibration. Matt, Bill, you can feel a vibration in the pipe when he whistles.
Do it again, Randy.
Very weak.
No.
Do it again.
No.
Okay, I'll start whistling, and I'll put my hand on the pipe and also listen as well.
I'm lighting one of the torches.
Okay. As you're standing there, you definitely feel the vibration increase
As I whistle.
as you whistle. And you almost get the funny impression that your whistling is causing the pipe to vibrate. But if it's anything like in the previous thing, there's something in the pipe moving. You'd almost swear to it at this point.
The whole pipe? Or
Well, you
something
can
passing
right where you are. It doesn't feel like it's nearby, but
But it is a pipe, and we're on the stairs, and this. Do we keep going, guys?
Seal the pipes. Let's seal them off for now. While we're
Yeah,
working.
we
And get this floor cleaned up. He starts working on the floor. And, well, he'll start working on getting the pipes sealed up as much as he can.
I'd like you all to do a listen roll. This one.
Yeah, that's a pass. Just.
Fail.
Those of you who passed, now there's something odd. It's coming definitely from somewhere way upstairs, but yeah, somebody's playing music. I mean, modern music. That's not unusual when people live here. But maybe it's closer than that. Maybe right directly above the area that you're in right now is
The toilet or something.
it's the record collection. It's somebody could be in there playing a record.
Is it playing that melody?
No, it's playing. Go ahead and do a listen roll to see if you can identify the music.
Not 7. So it's
That's really good.
yeah, it's at least a hard, yeah.
It's Evil Empire by Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
So what are you guys going to do?
I've already got.
I should say to you, just to reassure you, you're not at the end of the story yet. So
I've already got the torch lit, so I'm starting to cut the broken pipes off and what is it? I guess letting them cool and then capping them with a little bit of plumber's dope, so we can at least get the water pressure back on for the unaffected pipes.
okay.
We're going to need to let.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say someone's going to need to let them know the folks upstairs what bathrooms can and can't be used, because we're capping pipes, and if they just keep flushing them and we try to go and open those pipes to reconnect stuff, we're just going to get gushed down here, and eventually they'll back up.
I'll go let people know which are shut down.
Okay. Lou, that's easier than you think. All you have to do is tell the guy at the top of the stairs, and he informs security.
I'll continue doing my job, but I'll whistle as I work.
Okay.
One of my favorites.
Guys, enough of the whistling.
Are we finding anything inside of these pipes? Any tape?
No, there's no tape. There's what you'd expect to find, some sludge. There's still places, there's not the extensive damage that there was in the other reality, but in this one, there's definite similarity. Something is in these pipes. Maybe that thing is still in the pipes, and it's doing damage.
If we stumped out enough to be able to get a good look at the pump that was down there before, I know that you said we could see some burn mark on it or something, where it looked like maybe it shorted out or was stressed. Is it possible to see if it was actually blocked or anything jammed it?
Go ahead and do a spot hidden, Randy.
No.
Is it possible to flush the pipes once they're fixed? Flush the system?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you should be able to flush water through it too.
So if there's anything in there, we can flush it out.
Right.
But once the danger of the electrocution's gone from the flooding, I would like to get that breaker back in to see if we can at least get this sump operational again in the event we get another pipe that breaks.
Yeah, without the flooding, we can turn the electricity back on. No problem.
Yeah.
I'd like you all to do luck rolls in this case. It's just so that I can determine which is the better.
Nice.
No.
19.
49.
Fail.
99.
Failed
I went on
as
looking.
well.
Lou, you find old cheeseburger wrappers. Bill, I think you got the best roll. Bill, you are working on the pipes and you're following them along to the next place, and you go through a door into the laundry, and there was definitely water on the floor here too. But one of the big industrial washing machines is open. The front end, the little round loading window is open, and somebody has looks like spray painted yellow paint all over the front of it. It also definitely looks like it's been damaged.
Ah, shit. Well, what is it? It's a modern era game, so I'm gonna take off a glove, pull out my phone, snap a quick picture, and send it to Bob, because he's been doing our logistics, so that they can capture this in the quote.
If I have
Thomas,
if I have an email for the for our contact here at the White House, I think maybe we should just forward this on also to let them know there's been some sort of vandalism here that we found evidence of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be related to the rest of the damage, maybe not, but I'll let them know it's not conclusive, but there's definitely some sort of vandalism down here.
When you
By the way, sorry.
when you forward that on to your website, all of your phones ding. And Matt, when you look at your phone, you recognize
symbol I saw in the toilet.
that stuff. It was the same that was in the toilet in the presidential.
I've got quite a high occult roll. Could I roll for that? Maybe
Sure.
recognize something? See, I got 55. No. Shit, 90.
Well, it definitely looks like some sort of magical symbols, but you don't know what they are.
Okay.
The one on the bottom kind of looked voodoo-y, you know, but you don't know what they are.
Okay.
Well, if nobody has any complaints, I'm going to try to wipe it off if it's fresh.
It's it's partly fresh. I mean, the part that was underwater a few minutes ago is still damp, but the part of it is dry also. You can wipe most of it off.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
To stop
We may
him.
not want to do that if that actually is evidence of some sort.
And if he starts wiping it off, I'm gonna stop him because it's not our job.
Well, I don't
Hey
think
guys, that's the same symbol that I saw upstairs in the presidential suite. It's exactly the same.
Yeah. Say what?
That's the same symbol that I saw in the presidential suite upstairs. The yellow painted sign. It's the same one. When I went up earlier to unblock the toilet.
Oh.
What did you want
It's
to
the
do?
same one.
Of course, Bill, you're thinking, but Matt, you never went upstairs to. Not in this reality.
Oh shit, yeah. You okay, man?
You realize that too, Matt, that was in 72.
Oh, right, yeah.
You guys are very confused about time.
Yeah.
You okay, man? I mean, like, we went up for a smoke break, but
I think I need a drink.
I'll pat him on the back and say, after work we'll tie one off. Got to get through that though.
I'm gonna still say.
But you remember exactly. We all remembered exactly what happened, don't we?
Well,
You remember most of it.
I think we remember.
It
And if
still
you
seems
remember-
like something at this point like you've watched on television. like you all watch the same show. You're sort of detached from it, but it's definitely there. Definitely remember the creature. You definitely remember that song.
Yeah, everything else is kind of hazy.
Within the time that the creature attacked that we all remember, I went upstairs into the presidential suite to unblock the toilet. And while I was there, that symbol, that yellow symbol, was painted on one of the mirrors in the bathroom.
Why don't you and I go up there and we'll take a look at it again? We'll get permission to check
it might not be there because the security guy started to wipe it off.
Well, that was in 1972.
Yeah.
If there's a resurgence of something could be there. Perhaps we should check it out.
Okay.
In lieu of doing our job here.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll put your minds at ease and we can keep fixing this thing.
All right.
Well, these symbols weren't there when we originally went into the laundry room, were they?
You never went into the laundry room.
Of course.
So other than repairs, what do you want to do? Anything at all? As you are repairing, you definitely get the feeling that there's something lurking in those pipes that's moving around.
Tom, I sent you an IM.
Okay. So Randy has gone farther down into farther away from you into the basement. We'll get to that in a second.
I'm making sure that I'm not alone during these.
Well, you had stepped into the laundry by yourself, so
okay.
The door is open. You can hear everybody right outside.
Okay.
The symbols.
Oof. I suppose. Oof. I don't know that this is a terribly good idea either, but he told me that wiping them away resulted in the creature coming, so I'm going to take a little bit of that blue plumber's dope and try to replicate them in the next washing machine as best I can.
To replicate the symbols?
Yeah. Because if wiping it away caused the creature to come, maybe this will make it think I'm its friend.
Okay. So you start to sort of draw onto the washing machine next to it, and as you're doing that, you definitely start to hear something moving. But it doesn't sound like it's moving in your direction. It sounds like it's moving towards another part of the basement. Randy, there's something coming your way.
I run back towards the group then.
Okay. So you guys, Matt and Lou, you suddenly notice Randy come running back to where you are.
It's still down here. It's down here.
What is?
The whatever that thing was. I don't know what it is. But it's still down here.
Well, as everyone keeps telling me, that was back in 1972.
Oh, well,
okay.
I suppose we could, in order to get some other people down here, we could tell them that we found some Obama-era surveillance that might get Trump interested in checking it out.
Well, I'm going to find the biggest tool I can get my hand on, and a flashlight, and start going down there.
you want to get its attention? Just keep that whistling up.
Why are we getting its attention? Someone?
Because you seem pretty certain that it's not down here and it's nothing to worry about. But
it doesn't matter. Like, do we need to tempt fate? Like, can't we just fix the pipes?
I thought they were. I thought we'd finished.
Oh
what
no,
are we,
you haven't finished.
what are we
No,
doing?
no.
What are we doing here, guys? We're plumbers.
Right. We're not
Yeah.
animal catchers.
And we're like called the
Well,
Department
if Randy
of
said
Animal
something's
Services.
coming up that corridor, then should we just sit on our asses and wait for it? Or should we just go and have
No,
a quick
maybe we
look?
If we
And
keep
then
cutting and
make sure
banging, it may come out. Yeah.
Maybe what we should do is we should get some kind of a hazmat team or something in here to look at this place. Like somebody who does this for a living instead of a group of plumbers. I mean, we're sitting here whistling, trying to attract it. One guy's trying to wipe it all off. Bill's trying to wipe it all off to attract it. I mean, it seems like everybody's doing everything except fixing the pipes.
Hey, what is it? While they're debating this, I'm still finishing up the symbols as best I can.
Okay.
Because my plan seems to be working because it wasn't moving towards me.
Lou, I think my biggest concern here is that if we're focused on the pipes, we're not watching our own asses. And, you know, I think we learned a pretty quick lesson wherever the hell we went that this thing will, you know, not relent.
About that time, you suddenly hear the door up above open, and steps coming down, footsteps coming down the stairs, and a gentleman up on the stairs. He sort of looks down at you all, and he says, "Any time that the toilets are going to be running soon? How long is it going to be?"
I think we found an animal in the pipes. It may be a while.
We're going to need to get somebody down here to take care of the animal in the pipes.
Pete is not going to let us just kill it.
We can't work under these conditions.
An animal in the pipes?
Some kind of large animal. It's not just like a rat. We could handle that. But we're not prepared to take on animals in pipes.
What do you think, like an alligator in the pipes?
I'm not a specialist. I didn't get a degree in biology.
What makes you say alligator?
I don't know. Alligator in the sewers, isn't that an old obviously it's not an alligator. An alligator
No.
in the pipes.
Not those pipes.
Do
Anyway.
you guys have like people on staff here that can do that, or contractors that can come in here and take care of that?
That's what you guys are, isn't it?
We're plumbers,
Well,
not animal control.
so it's going to be a while before we can use the toilet, huh?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, the longer we wait to get this animal out of here, the longer it's going to take before everybody can take a shit again.
Yeah, you realize that this whole administration here is full of shit, so that's a big problem.
And it all runs downhill. Where are you standing?
Terrible.
I'm standing upstairs. And he turns around and starts to walk back up the stairs, and as he does, and that melody comes out of his mouth. And as you realize it, you hear the door slam up above.
Son of a bitch.
And something...
The only one full of shit.
Something is definitely coming. You hear everything rattling in the pipes.
Well, I'm going to try to run over and light the torches again.
I'm grabbing the biggest weapon I can find.
Well, you probably also have a big old pipe wrench. You probably have a number of pipe wrenches, but you've also got the rusty one from before.
Is it? I'm kind of freaking out because I have memory of this thing killing me. Do you want me to do like a dexterity roll or something to light it?
No, because you just it lights really easy. You've done it a million times, so
Sure.
But as you guys are preparing yourselves for whatever is coming, the pipes begin to rattle, and you hear couplings on the other side of the basement popping.
Oh, that's it.
Something is
Fucking hell.
moving through the pipes towards your area, and you actually see this happen. You see that the pipe is like in a cartoon. It's actually bulged at a certain spot, and it's moving along, and it's popping off the couplings as it goes. And the whole pipe sort of begins to sag a little in the middle, and there's a crashing sound as the side of the pipe pops open. And guess who comes out of it? I'd like to say Trump, but it's not Trump.
A tweet.
Aw.
A tweet. It's Covfefe.
It's Covfefe. It's it is once again this gigantic creature, and it seems to be much larger than could actually fit into the pipe. But like an octopus, it squeezed into tiny spots. So it's confronting you. It's come right out of the pipe. It looks very much like a squid with a skull, with sort of greenish skin slipped over it, and it's piranha-like teeth. What are you going to do? Who's got the big wrench?
I think I saw the big wrench. I pulled it out of the wall.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you still have the big wrench.
Yep.
Matt, you said you grabbed another big wrench.
Yeah.
Bill, you have a torch.
Yep.
And Randy?
I would have either had a torch or a wrench. I didn't actually call it out, but that was the work I was doing down there.
Okay, you have a torch also. So
Okay.
2 torches, 2 big wrenches.
We're right behind you, Lou.
The creature hisses and it flails its arms and it begins to move across the floor like it's walking. It doesn't seem to be fazed by the fact that there's no water. It just doesn't have anything to swim in. I will say, because you guys prepped, you get the initiative. So who wants to make the first move? I know nobody does.
People with fire. I'm going to actually make my way up to the door upstairs, which is probably locked.
It's locked.
Cool. I'm going to use my wrench and try to bust the door open.
Okay. That's what you're going to try to do. Randy, what are you going to try to do?
I'm going to try to hold this thing off long enough for him to bust that door down.
Okay, so you've got the torch. You're going to try to burn it with the torch?
Right.
What do
I'm
you
not
think?
going to I'm not trying to tackle it with the torch, but I'm trying to more keep it back and away.
Okay.
So
Go
whatever
ahead and-
parts come close.
Go ahead and do a brawl.
2.
2, excellent. It swings a tentacle at you, and you manage to actually hold the torch flame onto the tentacle as it passes, and it reacts. It reacts badly to the fire. Bill, are you doing the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do a brawl.
That is a fail.
Okay, so you're not as lucky. It swings at you and misses, but it doesn't like the fire. But you don't make any contact with it. Matt.
Bill and Randy, are they holding it off? Are they?
Yeah,
Holding it at bay?
it doesn't like the fire.
Okay. But it's not close enough for me to take a swing at it.
Yeah, if you want to. There's
All
tentacles.
right. Well, okay. I'll well, while they're doing that, I'll take because I've only got a wrench or whatever weapon I've got. I'll take a swing at it,
Okay.
and that's a miss.
Okay. You swing at its foot, but you hit the ground instead. Lou, you swing at the door and realize the door is made out of steel. When you connect with it, it just clangs.
And are the bolts that hold the door on our side or on the other side?
Do a luck roll.
I got a hard luck success.
Okay, they're on your side.
I'm going to undo the bolts.
Okay. That'll take you a bit. You've got a big pipe wrench.
Yeah, I'm going to just clang them out of the...
There's not much room there, but okay. We'll say that's what you're trying to do.
Okay.
All right, let's come back to Randy. Oh, the creature.
No, we could go back to Randy. I don't. Keep doing that.
Creature swings at Randy and gets a 95, so it does not connect. It's going to try to grab Bill. Got a 74. It does not connect. It's going to try to grab Matt. See if the luck's going to run out at this point. Yeah, it grabs a hold of Matt with one of its tentacles. Grab a hold of you. We'll say an ankle once again.
Okay.
And Lou, do a listen roll.
Success by 1.
Okay. As you're trying to get the door off the hinges, you can hear that guy on the other side of the door whistling. You are 90% sure that he is controlling that creature with his whistle.
I'm going to attempt to just start whistling a different counter melody as loud as I can to try to cover up and obfuscate his whistling as I'm doing this.
Okay. Go ahead and do a luck roll.
Okay. Success, standard.
Okay. Has absolutely no effect whatsoever.
Perfect.
Creature. Randy, it's your turn.
I'm going to try to burn it. Now, if that arm happens to be closest to me with that has Matt, I'll burn that instead of anything else.
Fucking thing off me.
You want to burn the one that's grabbing a hold of Matt. That makes sense. Go ahead and do
At 7 this time.
Okay, that one's fairly obvious because the thing's grabbed a hold of him. You can literally lean down and put your fire right against his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do a 1d4.
1.
Okay. You see definitely that the flame burns into the creature's arm, and as soon as it does, it lets go of Matt.
Cool.
And it actually takes that one tentacle and moves it backwards, like as far away from you as it can. Bill. What do you want?
Do I see eyes on the face?
Not really.
Okay.
There might be something underneath that sort of greenish skin. There's definitely a mouth, but you don't have distinct eyes.
Is the mouth facing upwards towards us?
The mouth is facing towards Randy right now because it's snapping at him because he.
Okay. So would you say its back is towards me?
Okay, sure.
Not a great idea, but I'm not going to get a chance like this, I suppose, for the Union. I'm going to attempt to burn the body.
Okay. Go ahead and do a brawl.
Alrighty. That is a difficult.
Okay. You actually managed to grab at least a part of the creature with your hand. It's very wet and slippery, but at the same time, you jam your torch right up against it, and the creature lurches away from you. Now, as it does this, it actually moves closer to Matt and Randy.
Shit.
But it definitely reacts to you burning it.
Ooh, okay. Did I have any discernible effect other than giving it a hot foot?
Do a 1d4.
Okay. 2.
Okay. Matt.
I shall continue trying to hit it.
Okay, go ahead and you're going to swing at it with your wrench.
And that's a terrible miss. Terrible.
Okay.
Probably drop bloody spanner or whatever I'm using.
What did you get?
92.
Not really bad enough.
Not quite.
Yeah, you swing at it, and it's just too quick. It moves out of the way. But it's gotten closer to you now, so your next hit should be pretty strong. Lou, what are you going to do now? You're up by the door.
I'm still taking this thing off the hinges.
You're finding it's difficult to do just because all you've got is a wrench at this point.
What would I need, like a screwdriver to get it up there?
Yeah, screwdriver, if you could jam a screwdriver under the thing. And
yeah, somebody tossed me a screwdriver.
Yeah, they're a little busy.
You want to know something, though, Tom?
I lent you mine before.
I think that I'm a plumber, and I probably have a utility belt, so I'm going to retrieve a screwdriver out of my utility belt.
All right.
And attempt to use it. That makes sense, right? That's not a stretch.
Okay, that makes sense.
Think of
So
Mario from Mario.
in this, there's 3 hinges. In this one, you pop the top
Okay.
hinge.
All right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Make it 3 more rounds, guys.
You also, Lou, you hear the whistling stop for a moment, and someone on the other side of the door is very close to the door, and they say, you hear his voice, and he says, "Well, you're obviously not all dead yet, so I'll continue." So now he's just fucking taunting you guys, and he goes, Randy.
Politicians.
Yeah, I'm going to try to burn it again.
Okay.
It's just a standard success.
Okay. My creature actually got a hard success.
Okay.
So what he does is he is going to try and knock the torch out of your hand. I'm going to do a luck roll. See if that does anything. Oh, no. I got 92. So he attempts to knock the thing out of your hand, but you manage to get it away from him.
All right.
You don't, however, connect with him. You don't do him any damage. Bill.
How damp is the floor still?
It's still pretty damp.
Okay.
And it's damp. It's wet around him, around the creature.
Okay. How far is he away from the breaker box?
We'll say 5 feet.
Okay. What is it? Looking around, I've been working with cutting pieces of pipes pretty much all day. Do I have about 2 5-foot span of jagged pipe?
Do a luck roll.
That is a failure. No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have any. I get where you're going with it, but you don't really have any wire or cable or something you can connect the metal to the copper in the big breaker thing to the floor.
Yep. No, fair enough. What is it? In that case, I'm just going to keep burning them.
Okay.
Yelling at Lou to get that door open. That is simple success.
Okay. The creature is unable to dodge, so you hit him. Do another 1d4.
4 this time.
Okay. At this point, the creature is starting to slide towards the laundry. It's trying to get away from you, but it's defending itself. Matt, you have it's going almost past you, so you can go ahead and try to hit it with your thing. Although I'll go ahead and give you a bonus dice.
Okay. Oh God. Oh, second one saves the day. 6.
Okay.
What sort of damage have I got with this weapon?
We'll say 1d4.
1d4. That's a 3.
Okay. All right. You hit it. It doesn't react the way that it did in the other reality.
Right.
It's like hitting a big gigantic rubber tire. So in part your hit bounces back, but it doesn't really seem to do much damage at all.
This is useless.
Lou, you have managed to get the second bolt out. And at that point, you hear the guy on the other end of the door say, "What are you doing in there?"
Trying not to die.
"Oh, you're going to die." And
Let us out and we can talk about this.
and he just goes, he laughs and he goes back to whistling.
I say, "Hey, fuck you."
And he goes, "Now see, I'm smiling, so I can't whistle." That's the trick. Get him to smile, and he won't be able to whistle.
Tell him a joke.
Keep him talking.
Oh, I have a joke. The Trump presidency.
No.
They're all aware of that joke. All right. Let's see. The creature is now physically and with a great deal of strength sliding towards the door going into the laundry. And it sort of is pulling you guys along with it, not physically, but if you guys are attacking it, you're sort of half chasing it into the laundry area. But we'll go back to Randy.
I as I'm continuing to pursue it and to push it back, I'm going to ask Matt. Matt, can you drop the wrench and take some pictures of this thing? We're going to have to explain this to somebody.
No, I fucking can't. No.
Either way, I want to keep trying to push it away. Yeah. Burn it if I can.
I'd rather get out than start taking pictures.
All right. So Randy, go ahead and do a brawl. See if you can burn it some more.
16. It's a hard success.
Okay. Go ahead and we'll do 1d4. Matt, you the same?
3 that time.
Sorry, I missed that. Tom, what was that?
I'm sorry, I meant Bill. Bill, do you also continue?
Since it's retreating, I'm going to try something a little hinky here.
Okay.
I already have the torch in my hand. If I have to put it down to do this, I will, because I don't want to risk burning myself.
Okay.
But the solvent for plumber's dope is really flammable. It's an alcohol substance.
Right.
So I'm thinking if I had that in my utility belt, I'm going to put down the torch, take off the lid, and try and splash the creature with it so that somebody else can light him on fire.
Okay. Go ahead and do a, let's call it a throw roll.
Ooh. Guess what I don't have points in.
Well, let's say it's hard. Throw, well, then just use a brawl.
Throw's appropriate. I'll do it if you want.
Well, you're pretty close.
Okay. And that's a fail.
Okay.
So
we'll say that a little bit gets on it, but most of it splashes on the floor.
Appropriate.
Okay. It's like one of those, you have the hand grenade in your hand and you accidentally throw it backwards. Yet once in a million.
Exactly.
Matt, the thing is sliding through the door and into the lawn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to sprint towards the stairs towards Lou, to try and help get that door open.
Okay.
Because what I'm using is not working.
Okay. You get to the top of the stairs and you see there Lou trying to get through the door.
Okay.
And,
I'll just copy his action.
He's working on the very last hinge, which is on the bottom. You can see already that the top of the door is a little loose.
Yeah, charge the door.
Well, it's a steel door.
Is it? Oh, right.
Yeah,
Charge trying to brace it so it doesn't fall on us when I get this.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that then.
So, and I'll assume, Lou, that you're working on that. So the next round you will have removed that. You also hear the whistling on the other side of the door suddenly fade away, as if whoever it was now running down the hallway or leaving.
I bet he is. Hey, come back.
Oh, we're about to deal with the Secret Service.
The creature has now entered the laundry, and Bill and Randy, you are both right behind it with your torches. It completely ignores, Bill, what you did, and it goes straight to the washing machine with the yellow door on it, and I mean with the yellow paint, and a couple of its tentacles reach forward and pull the door right off the laundry, and it's now sort of wanting to flow back into the washing machine. It's trying. There's a lot of it, so it's going to take it a couple of rounds to completely pull itself inside the laundry. Are you going to continue?
I'm going to try and set it on fire.
Okay. So Randy, it's your turn.
Yeah, I will try to burn it again.
Okay. Now you did notice that it got some of that solvent splashed on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if it's accessible, then I'll try to like that. The intention is if we can kill it, I definitely want to have some sort of evidence of what the hell just happened down here.
Okay.
Oh no, it wasn't catastrophic, but it was a bad roll.
Okay. So you don't succeed in lighting it on fire. Bill, go ahead.
Oof. 95.
Okay. The creature, one of its tentacles reaches up and attempts to grapple with you, and it succeeds in wrapping itself around your waistline. And that causes you to miss with your torch. Matt, you and Lou managed to remove the door. And
guys, let's go.
Yeah, door's open.
Oh!
Forget Bill. No, I'm just kidding.
Is that guy on the other side?
Well, hold on. Lou, you removed the hinge. Matt, you held the door to keep it from falling.
Yeah.
Can we assume then that Lou had to step back down the stairs slightly, and Matt, you moved the door over to the side?
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
As you open up the door, that guy is a couple of feet away. He obviously went down the hall. Now he's coming back. He's almost there, and he's got a gun in his hand, and he's going to fire it directly at you. So he missed. So he hit the wall right next to you. But Lou, you hear the gun go off and see the wall sort of splinter as the bullet hits it.
I'm going to charge him with my wrench.
Well, you'd have to go through Matt at this point.
Oh.
Matt's ahead of you. Matt just barely ducked out of the way.
Matt, get out of the way. Step to the side.
Well, I want you to understand that in the next step, the guy is going to take another step forward and fire the gun again at almost point blank range.
So yeah, sure. Step aside. Go on, Lou.
Do you get out of the way?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll get out the way.
dives for cover.
All right, I am going to charge.
I've got a steel door. Hiding behind the steel door.
I'm charging with the wrench.
Okay.
I figured he was going to be out there, and I figured he was going to go get a gun, because he wants us dead, and he could hear what was going on.
So tell me what level of success you get here.
Well, I rolled a 23 out of 70, so that's a hard success.
Okay. He got a regular success. So although he fires at you, it misses, and your wrench connects.
Okay, that does... I'll tell you damage. Give me a second here. 7 points of damage.
Excellent shot.
Okay. You literally bring it up under his chin, and
because I'm an Italian plumber, and that's what we do.
Yeah, because 7 points of damage pretty much breaks his jaw and knocks him flat on his back.
Does he drop the gun?
Yeah, he drops the gun. The gun goes flipping through the air and lands on the ground.
Is it too much to ask to try to kick the gun over towards Matt?
No, we'll say it's 10 feet away from the guy now at this point.
Okay.
Could I drop the metal door on him?
No, the metal door is kind of against the wall, and you've kind of hunkered down the stairs. But let's go back to the other two. So, Randy, this creature is now a sort of a cornered animal, and it is lashing out at you violently. I don't think that it cares now if it gets burned. It's just trying to get away or trying to get back into the plumbing. What do you do?
I burn whatever limb has Bill.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll.
I fail. It was a 91.
Oh, a 91. Do a luck roll.
40. That does pass my luck.
Okay. So you don't light Bill on fire.
I hope not.
But it also doesn't let go of Bill. Bill, what do you do?
I'm in a prime position to try to light it on fire. I'm hoping that it'll let go of me at that point.
Okay. So go ahead and I'm going to give you a bonus because it's actually got a hold of you.
Yep. And with the bonus, I still fail.
Okay. So you don't quite get a hold of it. Do a luck roll, though, to see if you connect at all.
And fail the luck.
Okay. See, it's starting to flail you around. Okay. Yeah, it's swinging you around. Lou and Matt. Let's see. Wait. I think Lou is ahead now. So, what are you going to do? The guy's on the floor.
I'm going to yell for help. And
You want help?
I'm going to yell for help, and I'm going to tell Matt, get the gun.
Which I will. I'll run over and retrieve the gun. And if I got time, kick that bastard in the bollocks at the same time.
I'm nervous about having him get the gun because it makes him look like he's done something. But there's no... The forensics would show otherwise, I guess.
Almost immediately, way down the hall, you see a Secret Service look around the corner, and he sees the mayhem and immediately pulls his gun and starts running towards you. And you see him, doing this, whatever they say.
We're safe. Drop the gun.
He's calling.
They'll shoot you if you don't drop the gun.
So what's Matt? What you doing?
Have I got the gun, or was I getting the gun?
That's up to you. You tell me.
If I see the Secret Service running down the corridor with his weapon out,
okay.
I will not pick up the gun.
Okay.
I'll just scream. It's all happening down there.
All right. So he comes running up, and you you can guess that there are other Secret Service people coming.
Hands in the air.
You also hear him as he gets close enough to see. He says, "Man down," and you hear him. It's Boyd Longview. He says, "Boyd Longview is down," and he holds the gun on you guys. Like,
I have my hands.
Freeze! You know,
No problem.
All right. The other two. Let's jump back to you.
Yeah. By the way, I'm screaming my head off and haven't stopped since this whole thing started.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's
Randy.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue or anything else?
Yeah, if this thing still got Bill, I'm going to try to burn it again.
Okay. Go ahead.
I failed again, but 77.
Go ahead and do a second roll. Do a bonus roll.
Bonus die?
Yeah.
No. 9. It was a 97. So.
97. Oh wow. So it's whipping itself around too much, and it's pulling itself. I wasn't talking to you, Alexa. It's pulling itself into the washing machine, and as it's doing this, it's pulling Bill along with it. Bill hasn't gotten to the mouth of the washing machine, but
Bill doesn't fit in the door, does he?
No, and it has enough strength that it might bend him in half to pull.
Yeah, I think Bill will fit in if sufficient motivation is applied.
Bill, what do you want to do? You're gonna.
I'm going to try to light it on fire, and hopefully it'll let me go.
Okay. It's all a matter of dice.
I fail.
You are pulled up against the washing machine, and you have a great deal of leverage because you're on the outside, and the thing is trying to pull you in.
I forgot. Did you gave me a bonus die last time? Did you? I didn't roll with one.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a bonus die then? You're struggling. It's pulling you tight.
All right, never mind. Still failed.
Okay. Oh. You got an 09. You suddenly start to feel sharp pains around your midsection. And you can see that spikes have manifested themselves in this tentacle, and it's literally cutting into your middle. You can feel it.
And fun, guys!
Matt and Lou, you are pretty much pinned down now by the Secret Service, and more Secret Service is running down the hall towards.
I've never felt more safe in my life right now. Can you guys make that basement great again, please?
Boyd Longview, laying on the floor, is sort of coming around. You did a good job breaking his jaw, but no, he's trying to whistle, but it's not working. Yeah. And you can see that the Secret Service man is looking at him like, what the hell is he trying to do?
There's something down there, some sort of pet of his that he's been training with that whistle. He locked us in the basement. Our friends are down there being attacked right now, as you can hear the screaming. We need some help right away. We had to pull this door out by its pins to get out because it was locked shut. Saw him, he tried to shoot at us, thus the gun laying on the floor that I kicked away from him after I jacked him in the jaw with my wrench.
Randy, this is all going to land on you at this point. See if you can do something to this creature to get it to let Bill go.
No pressure.
Unless I get another bonus die?
Go ahead.
Yes, at 9 with the bonus die.
Excellent. All right. So you managed to just jam your torch right into the creature, right the equivalent of like its armpit, where it's holding on to Bill. And for a moment, it wrenches to the side, and when it does, the whole frickin' industrial washing machine wrenches slightly away to the sides as it goes. And Bill, it sort of unfurls and flings you to the ground. You have deep lacerations around your midsection, but they're not fatal. We'll say do 1d6 damage.
Oof.
And with that, the thing sucks itself sort of, now that it's let Bill go, it sort of sucks itself into the washing machine. And the last sort of thing that it does is it's two or three of its tentacles reach out and grab the lid of the washing machine and pull it closed like a shield between you and it.
See, that's a polite monster.
Let's see. A moment later, Bill and Randy, there is a flash of light from inside the washing machine. It's kind of a sickly yellow light, and the door drops to the ground, and there is nothing inside the washing machine. A few minutes later, the Secret Service arrive. They assess the situation. Nobody has been killed. And everybody is ultimately arrested and or questioned. I'm going to say, I just rolled a 99 for Mr. Longview. So ultimately, people think that he's mad. He was the curator for the record collection. And he gets locked up. You all get injured, and you probably all get out of the plumbing business.
Yeah.
You've probably all taken enough sanity damage that you have to go see therapists, probably for the rest of your life, plagued by nightmares. And that's basically the end of our story. And I'm sorry it took 3 hours.
Right, I'm gonna take up bookkeeping. That's my new job in the business.
Okay, in this story, the one thing that I thought I had kind of made clear, but which you didn't go for it, is the wrench that had been covered in goo from the creature previously was a magical weapon. It would seriously damage the creature if you hit the creature with it. And Lou ran off with it and left you guys high and dry with nothing but regular weapons.
I thought I was trying to help.
So the creature escaped ultimately back to wherever it came from. The idea was that in 1972 they were trying to get rid of the tapes, and the tapes clogged up the pipes. And while one guy called the plumbers to come and fix the pipes, one of the other members, John Mitchell, the Attorney General, was a cult member. And he used these magic symbols to summon a spawn of one of the elder gods. It says here Hastur, but I didn't want to use Hastur because Hastur's too obvious. But he drew the sigils in the presidential bathroom, and he summoned the creature, and he sent it through the pipes to destroy all of the tapes and get rid of them. And in the process, it damaged all of the pipes. And then you guys you go there, you figure out about the whistling, and you figure out about the wrench. And then when you come back, what had happened was in the Trump administration, Boyd Longview was a cult member, and kind of a cult member involved with Nyarlathotep, and he summoned the creature also, but basically just to cause mayhem. And it went through the pipes and damaged them, and you were all called for that. And you find the wrench, and then I was hoping that you would formulate a plan on how to trap the creature and destroy it.
We were just trying to live, Tom. We were trying to
Plan.
I really got to the point where I thought we couldn't destroy it.
Right.
It was just one of those kind of things, but it was worth continuing to push it off.
Yeah, hitting it with the it has a resistance to damage except from that pipe wrench, and that particular pipe wrench does 1d10 every time you hit it.
Oh, that's why when I was hitting it with it back in the old 1972, it was helping out.
Exactly.
Got it.
And it was just a regular pipe wrench, except that it got some of the creature's goo on it, and when it did, it made it into a magical weapon, ultimately,
I see.
that could damage the creature.
That means you have a magical screwdriver.
Well, the screwdriver, you never found the screwdriver. So, anyway, our players included Tim Hart, Fred Carter, Leslie Bliss, and Ryan Cesny, with myself as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to become a patron, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in our description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.